Coutinho.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I'd like to commend the members for Barrow-in-Furness, Birmingham, Northfield and Coventry South for their maiden speeches today. I'm proud to be here representing the beautiful constituency of East Surrey. I'd like to begin by paying tribute to my predecessor, Sam Giemer. We have more in common than representing East Surrey. We're both the children of immigrant doctors. I, too, am 5'4½". And although we may have slightly different views on Brexit, I know that he was passionate about the prosperity of this country, which our families now call home. And I'm sure this House would agree with me that he made many important contributions in this place as Childcare Minister, as Prisons Minister and as Universities Minister. And Sam was right when he said, in East Surrey we stand on the shoulders of giants. From Geoffrey Howe to Lord Melbourne and Lord Palmerston, the list is long and distinguished. I would like, however, to make special mention of Peter Ainsworth. From his work as the Shadow Secretary of State for DEFRA, to his expert chairmanship of the Environmental Audit Committee, to his work on the board of the Environment Agency, I can safely say I stand on the shoulders of a very green giant indeed. East Surrey is known for its local beauty. There are 4 local nature reserves, 8 sites of special scientific interest, and over a third of the area is in an area of outstanding natural beauty or of great landscape value. And if you walk through the North Downs or the High Weald, you'll be met with chalk downs, rolling hillsides, lowland meadows and woodlands. Our vibrant village spirit is evident in the communities of Tatsfield, Wallingham, Waldingham, Lingfield, Felbridge and many more beside. I hope to be a champion in this House to preserve and protect this treasured way of life in the future. In Outwood near Godstone, work began in 1665 on one of the oldest working British windmills. The owner is said to have watched the Great Fire of London rage 25 miles away from its roof. And I'm proud that what East Surrey helped to pioneer in the renewable energy sector in the 17th century has now become one of the most remarkable success stories in the UK today. Not only are we the world leader in offshore wind, 7 out of 10 of the biggest wind farms in Europe are right here in the UK. I commend the ambitious Environment Bill put forward in Her Majesty's gracious speech to forward this work, and I look forward to seeing the green measures in the upcoming budget, which will undoubtedly build on this work further. However, in order for East Surrey to continue to fulfil its role as the lungs of London, I hope to secure much-needed investment in local infrastructure for vital improvements to roads and tackling potholes, which are crucial to local productivity, and to public transport, particularly rail. More than half the area's working population commute out to places like London, Crawley and Gatwick, and yet we have some of the most congested rail lines and roads in the UK. Making sure that people can get to work and their public services successfully is not only good for the environment and the well-being of residents, but it ensures that our local towns, Hawley, Caterham and Oxted, can continue to thrive. I've also had the considerable pleasure of working with my right honourable friend, the member for Richmond, on the Spending Review 2019, which saw record investment in schools, in police and in the NHS. And now that I'm on the other side of the table, I wholeheartedly and unreservedly welcome the increased funding, particularly where those funds might land in East Surrey. And I'll be working hard to make sure that the initial groundwork of that national announcement makes a meaningful difference in classrooms, GP surgeries and to police officers on the ground. I'd like in this speech to mention my grandmother, who may be the single greatest emblem of conservative values I know. She was a teacher in India who, in my memory, took her fashion lead firmly from the Queen. She raised 7 children with little in terms of resources, but with a strong sense that with hard work and determination you can achieve the impossible. Her children were doctors and teachers and grade 8 musicians who are now scattered all across the globe. And if she could see me here today in the noblest government in the world, I'm sure she would tell me to work hard and be determined and achieve the impossible. And politicians today have a near impossible task. We live in a world of changing technology, behaviour, demographics, and indeed, as has been the subject of many excellent speeches today, the environment. I hope in this place to contribute in a small way to preparing this great country for the future to come.
Yeah.
Jim McMahon.
Mr Deputy Speaker, it's a pleasure to follow the maiden speech for the member